Growing up in a family in a council estate in Denport, I just wanted to be liked, so I'd done what everyone else done, and I started walking down that path, and started smoking weed and drinking and, you know, doing the things that you start off with as a kid, but it just progressed really quickly. And then I was committing crime. Actually, I committed crime before I even picked up a drug, I think, as a little kid. And so yeah, I started smoking drugs, and then I started going to prison at an early age. After my best mate died at 16, I used heroin to deal with that pain, and, you know, it stopped emotions, it stopped feelings, and that's what I needed, because I wasn't very good at grieving. Basically, from 18 till 35, 36, I smashed my life to pieces, you know, and everyone else is around me, you know, whether it was family, friends, the public. I was a #1 prolific criminal. If any police officer seen me, they pull me, they strip search me, with good reasons too, you know. I've terrorised Plymouth my whole life. At the end of June, just after my birthday, you know, I had enough again, you know. I've had a few times where I've had enough, I just didn't know what to do, you know, and I really had enough, and I started going to these meetings, and he started talking about higher power stuff and all that lot, and, you know, I was quite open-minded about that anyway, because my mum had faith, and I've been around it for years. So I went home, prayed, you know, and I humbly prayed with every bit of me, and I meant it, every piece, and I just asked, you know, just to be a better person, to help other people, to be a dad to my son who I've never been there for. I prayed, and something happened that night, you know. I believe God spoke to me, and I know He did, because I slept well that night, which was a miracle for me, and the next day I had no obsession to use. I started going to PCC July after I had that experience, because I knew, and I thought, where's the best place to go? And I thought, where my mum took me. So I started joining the Alpha course, which was really good. That Nicky Gumbel went out with them DVDs and explained stuff well. You know, and the good thing is, you know, you have a team leader on the table, and if you don't understand, you can always ask them. If they don't know, they'll ask someone. So you always had someone that you could connect with and talk to. I got to meet people that I'd never normally meet. Nice people, really nice people. I've become really close friends with some of them now. Yeah, my whole life's changed. You know, I got my son back in my life today. You know, he contacted me through his mother, and in December the 19th, I seen him for the first time in over 10 years, and now I see him quite regularly. When I've got somewhere to live today, I'm not living in blocks, because when I'm in active addiction, I end up living in a block wanting to die. Now I go to sleep tonight with peace in my heart, looking forward to the next day. I know that sounds like normal to most people, but for me that's a miracle, because I was dreading it, because I always have to find ways and means to get drugs, and that means hurting people usually, or family members. I went through any lengths to get my drugs. Now I go to any lengths to help people, and that's what God's done in my life. You know, He's done so much. I've got money in my pocket from week after week. You know, when I get paid, usually that was gone in an hour. Do you know what I mean? As soon as I get paid, now I've still got money I can save today. I've got clothes. I've got all the stuff that people take for granted, you know, and this is why I'm full of gratitude for what God's doing in my life and the people He's brought into my life. I was spiritually dead until God came into my life, and now my spirit's alive, so I'm a whole new person. Through the grace of God, I'm alive again. Today, from God coming into my life, I'm living.